Today, I'm here to tell a story of truthfulness. It comes off as a story, but as right now, I'm a living being with my own existence and frequency to me. The afterlife might not be real, but when we're alive, this is real. And yeah, I just want to share my story. So, you know, youth. Youth in nature is a tricky thing because it has a sense to it in a way. And you come out young and fragile, but you're still strong in a way because you're learning and you're able to adapt quicker. Not all the time, but some people just come out strong. And that's a little bit how I was, even though I was more weak by how I disciplined myself, but I was strong in a fierce will type of nature. And I wasn't perfect. I was actually a bastard, I'll say that. But I still was raised by strong people, and I was attacked for it. But I guess it happens to everybody in a way. It just kind of became where I was like the outcast and targeted more. But the story basically is just you gotta love yourself and focus on you, even with family. Because in all reality, no one really is gonna understand you like you. And I love everyone. It's just kind of be more the fact that not everyone loves me. And if some days I feel like maybe if I look different and I had more of their genes, motherfuckers would accept me more regardless. Because to be honest, being mixed, you see shit on both sides. It's like both race ain't perfect, but motherfuckers, when they see something that looks like them, be more accepting to, my bad, be more accepting to let it like feel, let them like live life and feel, just at peace. And it's not that big a deal, but it's just if you want to maintain a strong spirit and you realize as you get older, that's what you're taught to connect to. But people can like pin it against you. And the all reality is mm, shit. My own family said I got an ugly blood cell face, and that's my black DNA. I didn't have the mindset to be like that until it was kind of like called out to me and said to me. Did I used to think my white family was a little weird? Maybe, like cause that's what I'm saying, bro. You born by certain people and they're energetic with you. They're still disciplining you and shit. And you're born by another family and they love you and let you do, but it's like you kind of be watched more and motherfuckers too over obsesses with you in a way rather than looking at you like a part of the community to keep building with. You know what I mean? I guess what I can say that I've learned is that you do have to be careful who you are, though, and how you reflect it, because maybe if I was nicer and everything, my grandparents wouldn't have been so harsh, but that's what I'm saying, where you can know yourself if you focus on yourself for a while. Like, when I was young, I wasn't the best behaved, but I didn't act out in a super crazy, where it's like, you were that evil type way. Like, motherfuckers played with stuff outside and played with sticks and, you know, like, we just look at nature and be sometimes wanting to feel a little like tribal and strong. And play fight, didn't really get too carried away. Knew how to maintain yourself. It was just hmm I think maybe, I mean, I know some times I can get carried away. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but we weren't we weren't as bad as like, okay, for anyone to understand this as I do. Like, I don't want to compare it because thinking about others, things that they did makes you feel better. But it's not that. It's just when you really see something like the people who I'm talking about have my uncle, and like when he was young, he kind of did a little bit more crazy shit than me, and still gets to go over there and be tolerated, even though he drinks and all this shit and be having an attitude. You get what I mean? Like, he's pissed on the couch, drunk, burned motherfuckers' van down, and probably didn't try to. I don't think he tried to. But at the same time, mm, nah, he ain't a bad person, but so I can't count that one. I won't say the van part. I'll say just more with certain shit. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even be drinking and trying to be an asshole, but them motherfuckers obviously can, and fuck it, it's their house. I just want, a little family to chill with, through life with. But it's straight. And you just kind of get this realization, like, I don't know, I kind of like had outer body experiences that kind of make me feel like things are true, but I hate overthinking it because it's like I do know a form of it's true. Like, me being my dad's son, I'm I call myself a bastard because I could have been stronger, but that's why I'm making this video for kids like me, biracial, or kids who are in environments where they're not fully with their type of culture or mindset of type of people, and they get under attack and they know they do. You get what I mean? It's just more like I look like my father, and motherfuckers loved him, but at the same time would even like try to mess with him and his peace and stuff. And my dad don't be trying to be on evil tip. I guess motherfuckers do got a little dominant soldier to him because they feel like motherfuckers might try to be, like, I don't know, bro. I've seen shit where it's like, I've seen why people want to be strong around different type of people. Like, you go around them and be like, oh, bro, just have a drink. Like, oh, you don't drink? Man, you should be alive. Then you get fucked up and nobody really cares why you get fucked up, or they just want you to join in shit that's not making you that strong, but at the same time, they indulge with it and want you, and it's not always a big deal, but some things are better for you than to sit back worrying about other people and hating on them because you're so jealous and envious of them. And do know that they do have a beautiful bloodline in a way, but at the same time, when it comes to the reality of shit, you're usually gonna be walking around like, oh, no, like, no, motherfuckers ain't walking around, and that's not how we are just walking around. It's just what you gotta look in the mirror and think like, I'm not beautiful. Like, even though I'm not the most alpha, I have beautiful traits I like about myself, and sometimes I get more attention than the average person, so I gotta have a stronger soul to me. But it's like, I want everybody to have a strong soul. You get me? And that's the point where you get under attack too for being super strong at a certain point. Like, you could talk about people and they'll talk about grieving shit, and you'll indulge in the conversation because you want to talk with them, but you don't really be like, yeah, I like this shit you talking about here. Keep talking about that grieving shit and that pain and motherfuckers being fucked up. Like, hell yeah, that sounds good as fuck to me. You know what I mean? And you ain't supposed to, but I don't think my family be on that tip. But sometimes, I don't know, bro. It's like a half and half. They do care, but motherfuckers do be on that, trying to see some pain and leech from it. And maybe that's human nature. I say that it is human nature in a form because we learn from stuff we see. And, just part of life. Okay. Um, no one's perfect. I didn't even make this to want to sound perfect, want to seem like a perfect I just need clarity of sometimes of things that made me the where I am. Like, motherfuckers make you think when I talk I sound crazy, make all this and that, but like shit, I've talked to girls and they even like looked at a motherfucker like, you must have been, what this one girl did, she was like, you must have been raised by white people. And I was like, why you ask that? I mean, why you say that? And she was like, just how you look. And I wasn't looking the best at the time, looking raggedy, looking all weakish, and like, but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I be wanting to say maybe in the next life, but this is not. This is all this to it. I done listen and study spiritual realities. I ain't trying to put fear in people. But when the end is the end, the end is the end. That's as good that's as good as it gets, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, bro. The end is, people say it's not, but I'm gonna put it like this. They talk about all the spiritual magic shit here on this planet, right? This is as good as the magic gets. Imagination, illusion, putting shit in your head that might not even be real, because you start learning so much here that sometimes your brain can overdo it and turn it into something else. Does it help to create new ideas of things if it's real? Like a real physics you can put to use? Yeah, but when people be talking about certain shit here, bro, I ain't never seen, I don't want to say seen because that motherfucker be like, oh, maybe you can't see him. Like, no, bro. I've meditated on a deep type of level. Motherfuckers have sat with their eyes purely open. And if it was true, I would feel more things like, you would just feel stronger presence with certain shit. The spirit shit becomes with just what you have in your mind and what you project onto yourself. Like, you love someone, so you project how you have them in your head, the love for them, who they were and everything. But that's where people might see me as an asshole, but I'm not trying to be. The thing is, when they're gone, they're gone. You have the energy they did give inside of you in a way, but their essence and their physical body is no longer here. You get what I mean? And that's what threw me off. Like, I've prayed to talk to my grandma. I prayed to talk to her. I prayed to see her. I prayed to talk to stronger things to make me be able to be on some type of like stronger energy thing. Type of like stronger energy and like, yeah, I mean, but it's all like maybe something I created just for me to hold to be stronger that my mind needed. And the mind is needed to be strong. I'm not saying don't let it be, but what I'm saying too is when they talk about certain enlightenment and letting go, it's like the stuff you don't really gotta let go to it. You can hold on to it if you know how to manage those feelings, but you also gotta know that when the time's up, because that's what I talked about, that the believing in certain like spirit type of shit, like it's really just a form of voodoo. And voodoo is when you teach something how to be and think as something before that existed or created again from another what's name. Now the nature fact is your genes and DNA does carry your people's blood, who you are, and a form of information, but it's the thing is about that is it still doesn't make you on some like, oh, I see, like you got motherfuckers, but it doesn't really make you like, I mean, it kind of does, but again, that's why I say it's probably like how you focus. I haven't seen motherfuckers who probably don't, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers blacker than me. I ain't trying to make it, but that is where our purity comes from in a way, the melanin, our genes, and that was passed down, and that's been a part of our people for a long time, or we wouldn't have that shit carried in us. But it's just like, you don't, not every black dude's out here seeing and having like I would call them visions, because like in your own head, it's how you vision something and take it in. But not every person's out here thinking that deep and going, you know what I mean? So that's why I say with the mind, like it does create your reality in a way. But you got to be careful, because it's like we're this physical material that wants to, it's like we're physical, right? So since we're a physical thing, we take everything to a whole physical level when it's really like just kind of a metaphor. Like when you have a kid again, that kid, if that was you, once you think like, if you really had a kid and you pass down your DNA and they say like that spiritual shit, you know what I mean? That kid looks like you and is gonna develop how he develops. But sometimes shit gets this deep, bro. If we're thinkers and you know a thing can like, you can think to see how something really would be, wouldn't you think like you could touch your head type shit and connect to your kids, and you would like have a interlink where motherfuckers would be like on some whole different level with shit? And that's what I'm saying. That's how you know certain shit here isn't that deep, isn't that real. We're just something that learned to be advanced, something that learned to be knowledgeable and putting shit in a use of perspective to survive from it and strategize from it. Is nature beautiful? Yeah. It's just everything we've been taught. It's kind of just a metaphor to be used, and yeah. So you do gotta enjoy your own life. You do gotta realize that you don't have to be religion, you don't have to be spiritual. Just be you, be in your body, you know. I'm not really scared of death and certain stuff here to make me or make anybody think. That's why I overthink too, to analyze something. Well, in a way, I'm not gonna lie, but that's where the lesson in, because like I just don't like the lies that was given. You could have just told me like, hey, shit, we just some primal, smart ass motherfuckers that genes have evolved, and we just here, just like the animals. Shit, I don't see the animals sitting out there praying and shit. They just hunt and they communicate, shit like that. They do pray probably in their own way, but I don't think they really, nah, animals don't be praying. You know what I mean? They probably focus on shit and be asking themselves stuff, but I don't think they, you can tell by animals, you know what I mean? Their body movement, humans put their own perspectives on it, but go look at the motherfuckers. They chill, relax, get up, do what the fuck they got to do. Simple as that. All love, all peace. Appreciate your time.